Killing kids,
legal kidnapping,
medical negligence.
Send your troubled teens today. Hello, my name is Madeline with my co-host,
Alina,
from channel 1315. And today we are talking about the troubled teen industry and how it has never truly helped. A troubled teen is nothing new, but what is a troubled teen?
A troubled teen is defined as those who have emotional disturbance that significantly disrupts their everyday life at home, school, or in the community for an extended time.
However, the troubled teen isn't truly the issue. It is how the industry handles the teen. There are countless schools and wilderness programs throughout America that advertise for parents with troubled teens that speak about how they successfully rehabilitate teens and care about the safety and well-being of your children, but they are hiding a dark secret.
But first, how does a teen end up in this industry? From the article published in 2021 by Catherine E. Krebs, titled 5 Facts About the Troubled Teen Industry, the article states youth can end up in the troubled teen industry in a variety of different ways. They can be privately placed by their parents or families. State and local governments can pay these programs to take youths from their foster care and juvenile justice systems. School districts can place youth through their specialized education programs. Refugee resettlement agencies can place youth, or they can be placed by mental health providers.
However, in a lot of cases, the teen doesn't even know that they are going to these camps and schools. In an article titled The Legal Industry for Kidnapping Kids, published in 2016 by Serena Solomon, she interviews and tells the story of David, who is kidnapped and taken to a wilderness camp. In this article, she states, often these surprise escorts are done in the early hours of the morning when young people are sleeping, and use varying levels of aggressive tactics and professionalism. David was lucky to avoid being hog-tied with cable wires, slapped, or punched. Several others I interviewed claimed about these things happening to them, which is just the start to the horrific events they are about to face.
From the start, the teen is in fear, fighting with their captors the entire way. But just that can get the teen killed, and that is made immediately apparent again from the article, The Legal Industry for Kidnapping. David says, it is fear that you experience once you get into that van, and it is fear you will experience throughout the whole rehabilitation process.
The rehabilitation process is the next struggle the teen will face and often leaves the teen extremely traumatized if it does not kill them. A blog written by Suzuki, published in 2006, tells of what one school put their teens through. The blog states, for over 40 years, Elon subjected thousands of children to daily abuse, torture, dehumanization, and physical and psychological terror. Their leadership actively participated in these horrific events, taking advantage of their status in order to do so. However, this is proven countless times to do nothing for these children. A paper published in 2008 by Annie B. Smith titled State of Research on the Effects of Physical Punishment states physical punishment has negative effects on child outcomes, especially if it is harsh.
In addition to the extreme abuse and negligence, the teen could also be killed or the teen would kill themselves. An article written by Sam Myers, published in 2023, states in 2008, the United States Government Accountability Office, GAO, published an extensive report examining allegations of abuse, death, and deceptive marketing practices at residential programs nationwide. The report covered several deaths at wilderness therapy camps.
However, the public is no stranger to what is going on in these wilderness camps. An article published in 2014, written by Daniel Pollack, states, however, there is a shadowy legal side to wilderness therapy. When these programs are not structured in the correct way and appropriately monitored, there can be serious and sometimes deadly consequences. Despite all of the bad things that are very public, does the industry even face a success rate? Well, yes and no. From an article, 5 Facts About the Troubled Teen Industry, it states, the troubled teen industry is a big business. It receives an estimated $23 billion of annual public funds to purportedly treat the behavioral and psychological needs of vulnerable youth. Many residential facilities operate as a for-profit organization. One for such profit facility, Sequel, has an annual revenue that regularly tops $200 million as of 2017. 90% of the revenue came from Medicaid, Medicare, and approximately 500 federal, state, and local programs pay sequel as much as $800 per day for each child at the facility.
However, in some cases, like Elon School, there can be enough media press about all the abuse that the school can shut down. However, the article, The Legal Industry of Killing Kids, states that the large number of abuse complaints triggered by the troubled teen industry isn't matched by the small number of lawsuits, because among other reasons, unless there is a serious physical incident such as injury, sexual abuse, or death of a young person, there isn't much legal ground to stand on after authority has been handed over to the parent.
Now, take this into consideration as you look into the troubled teen industry. Before you support it, do your research, as one signature can take away all your rights and make you powerless, which eventually will lead to your child's ultimate demise. This is Madeline
And Alina,
saying goodbye from Channel 1315.